We all been there. We all seen the commercial. We all seen the marketing campaigns about a new credit card and how great it is, whether it's because of their multiplier, their sign-up bonus, their welcome bonus, or just all the perks that it would be able to offer. But do we know all the pitfalls that there are when it comes to the credit card games? Today we're going to be looking at the top 4 mistakes that beginners make when they're getting into the credit card and points game. So if you're ready, let's go. Welcome back to Tito's Financial Corner, where we talk about credit cards, points and miles, as well as travel. Today we're going to cover 4 mistakes that a lot of people have made when they're beginning in the credit card and points and miles game. And we want to make sure that you avoid these mistakes at all costs because they are costly, they could affect your credit, they could also put you in a hole that would take you years as well as a lot of money to get out of. Starting with the first mistake that a lot of people make, and that is maxing out your credit cards as well as not treating your credit card like a debit card. I used to be a teller and a customer service representative both at a bank and at a credit union. And throughout the years, I would see our customers as well as our members utilize credit cards as almost like a safety net, like an emergency savings account. They would see that they would have a specific limit that they're approved on their credit cards, and they would always use that as their emergency account. That is the last thing you ever want to use your credit card for. Your credit cards are tools that could help you and earn points as well as perks and multipliers and welcome bonuses, but they're also tools that could set you back, specifically if you're maxing out your credit card. Maxing out your credit cards would definitely impact your credit score. If you're utilizing more than 50% of your credit limit, that would give a red flag to any future credit vendors. They would look at that and believe that you are not trustworthy with your credit. They would look at that and believe that you are not careful and that you don't know how to utilize your credit cards. Maxing out your credit card would negatively impact your credit score. It would take your credit score down to the low 600s and potentially the low 500. It would also negatively impact you in the sense that future credit vendors would look at your credit and see that your credit utilization is too high, and that might sway their decision in not allowing you or not approving you for their credit cards or a different loan. Also, when it comes to credit cards, please make sure that you utilize them as a debit card or like cash. Meaning, even if your credit card has a limit of $10,000, if your debit card, meaning your checking account, has a balance of $250, you will not spend anything more than $250. This will make sure that you don't spend anything more than what you have, and it will also make sure that you never get into that mentality, into that mindset of using your credit card like a savings account. Mistake number 2. Apply for too many credit cards in a short time period. But whenever you're applying for a credit card, the bank or credit union will do a hard pull or a hard inquiry. Now, initially, inquiries or credit pulls, they're not bad, but if you start getting a lot of them, specifically more than 1 or 2 a month, that could negatively impact you just because any hard pull will be on your credit score for 2 years. And when you're a beginner and you're starting to build your credit, a lot of credit inquiries could be a potential red flag for any banks or credit unions in the future. The other problem with applying for too many credit cards is that you might not know what credit card might be a best fit for you. For example, are you looking for a store credit card? Are you looking for a cashback credit card? Or are you looking for a travel credit card? If you're applying for too many credit cards at the beginning, you might not know that the Chase Freedom Flex card would be a better fit for you than the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Because with the Freedom Unlimited card, you would get 1.5% back on all of your transactions, whereas with the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, they would have a base of 1% back. You might not know that the Amex Gold card gives you 4% back on dining as well as groceries, whereas the Amex Platinum has a base 1% on all of their transactions. So again, there's a lot of different credit cards. If you're applying and getting approved for too many credit cards at the beginning, you might miss out on the credit card that might be a great fit for you. Starting out, I would suggest to at least wait or hold between 3 to 6 months from one credit card to the next. So that way you would be able to build your credit history with that vendor that you select the credit card. If you space out your credit card applications 3 to 6 months, it would give you enough time for the effects of the credit inquiry to come off your credit score and give you enough time to build your credit score up to allow you to get a better APR or annual percentage rate. Mistake number 3 is falling for the marketing campaigns that credit card companies have. As you may already know, credit card companies pay a lot of money when it comes to their marketing, as well as a lot of money to catch new customers in order to have them open up their credit cards, whether that's in the form of a welcome bonus or a higher multiplier or different perks. Their main goal is getting you to apply and getting you approved for their credit cards. The main reason that they're doing this is that they're banking on you on using their credit cards and making their credit cards your main go-to credit cards, meaning that all of your transactions will be on that specific credit card, and they are almost banking on the fact that you will either max out your credit card or use more than 30% of your credit limit, because then you would probably not pay off the full balance of your credit card every month, meaning that you would start paying interest. And with interest hovering around 20 to 30%, depending on the credit card that you have, that is a nice size of chunk that they would be able to get from you every single month. The name of the game for them right now is basically paying a good lump sum of money at the beginning to get you hooked into their credit cards, and then they would be able to get small payments every single month from you. But over time, if you don't take care of the full balance, you could be paying more than what they gave you, whether that's the multipliers or the welcome bonus that got you to apply for their credit card. So again, they have a lot of different marketing strategies, and the best way we can make sure that we don't fall prey to them is to make sure that we always pay our statement balance every single month. The last thing we ever want to do is pay any interest. As soon as we start paying any interest, any gains from the multipliers or the welcome bonuses are automatically negated. They are automatically cleared away. Mistake number 4 is closing out no annual fee credit cards. If you're a beginner, you probably are starting to see that there are different credit cards that would charge you an annual fee. But the last thing you want to do is close out a credit card that doesn't charge you an annual fee. The reason that is you are literally building a credit history with every single credit vendor that you open a credit card or a credit line or a different kind of loan. With a credit card that doesn't charge you an annual fee, there is absolutely no reason for you to close it. The longer you keep that credit card open, the longer the history you would have on your credit report that would help you to increase your credit score. And again, this video is specifically made for beginners. What you're looking to do is create a good baseline when it comes to your credit. And the best way to do that is to have months on months, and even better, years on top of years of good credit history. And one great way to do that is by having credit cards open for as long as possible. So making sure that we don't close those no annual fee credit cards is a great way to start. With that said, if you found any information useful in this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as that like button. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Adios.